Morning show. He's going to be at the KHTS Home and Garden Show coming up.
Yes, he is. Richard, good morning and welcome.
Thanks for stopping by the Hometown Morning Show.
Well, how's it feel?
It feels wonderful. Good morning, Kyle. Good morning, Tori.
You had to get up early.
Oh, as a contractor, I'm used to getting up early.
Oh, you are?
When the sun shines, yes.
Fantastic. Richard, well, welcome to the Hometown Morning Show. I can't wait to hear what is going on. You're part of the family now. You are part of the KHTS Home and Garden Show, which is this weekend. Are you ready? First question for this. Are you ready for 20,000 people to walk through and see your booth?
I'm actually very excited about the Home Garden Show this weekend. It should be a lot of fun. We're expecting a big turnout. We're expecting to show Santa Clarita Valley what we have to offer and help make it a better place.
The name of your company is Construction Concern.
That is correct. I named my company 35 years ago. I wanted a name that portrayed my concept in business, and a name like quality construction or even A1 construction is almost a cliche. So I wanted something that was unique, and I'm very concerned about not only the job we do, not only my employees, but the clients that we serve.
And I hear that windows are a big part of your business.
I've got to tell you something. Windows are phenomenal. They're the eyes of your home, and most people realize, well, they think they have a house full of windows, so they're good to go. Technology in Windows has advanced dramatically in the last few years. You'd be amazed. Windows today can reduce 96 to 98% of the UV transmission, which means your house remains a lot cooler.
Uh-oh. That's why my house is 20 years old, and it gets awfully hot.
You need to come see me. Better yet, I'll come see you.
So what, is there some kind of tinting or some kind of coating on these windows that help?
Absolutely. It's a silver oxide filament that is used to reflect the UVs away, very much like a mirror would reflect the sun or reflect light away, but it's translucent so you can see through it. You don't even know that it's there.
Oh, so it's not like a tinted car window or anything like that?
No. See, what the difference is, a tint will actually absorb the radiation. If you've ever touched a tinted window before, it gets very, very hot. What this does, this is reflective. It does not absorb, so it kicks the energy away. The energy has to go somewhere. It's just reflected away from the interior of your home.
Now, is that one of the reasons homeowners replace windows?
Absolutely. Not only that, but the security. The windows today that we're offering not only meet, but they exceed the forced entry code laws that are on the books.
Oh, now wait a minute. Let me stop you right there.
Sure.
Forced entry code. What does that mean?
Well, there's standards set by the state and local governments to prevent forced entry into your home. And what these windows do, that basically it means the locks cannot be jimmied from the outside. A lot of older homes, you can pop the windows, pop the doors, and they spring right open.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's a little scary.
I might need to give you a call. This is just not good for Tori. Okay, so what can homeowners expect from, they have a new set of windows put in. What can they expect?
Oh, a dramatic, it's life-changing. It's life-altering. I know that may sound like a bit of an exaggeration, but to give you an idea, first off, your house is going to be much quieter. Okay, it keeps outside noise out, keeps inside noise in. It keeps wind, dirt, and dust. I replace the windows in my home, and what amazes me, there's never any dust in my sills anymore because the windows seal. They close the house off. It keeps the heat out in the summertime. It keeps the cold out in the winter, and just the opposite on the inside. It keeps the cold in or the cool in the summer months. So you're much more comfortable in your own home.
You're not kidding when you say technology's changed in the last couple of years. Oh. You are not kidding. My house is filled with dust and dirt.
We're going to talk.
Okay.
We'll talk, Tori.
Yeah.
You too, Kyle.
So are all windows obviously are not the same?
No, not even close. There's several manufacturers in the state of California. Some are good, and quite frankly, some are not as good. If you're going to replace your windows, you don't want to necessarily spend a fortune replacing your windows, but by the same token, you don't want to put the least expensive window in your home either. Most homeowners don't know the difference between good, bad, and ugly when it comes to windows. That's where you need an expert that can show you, not just tell you, but show you why a window is better than another window, and as far as quality is concerned. But the better quality does not mean you have to spend the most money.
That's a nice point, because now here's a question for you too. I have a lot of windows in my house.
Okay.
A lot of windows. So can you do, as far as being affordable, can you do maybe in sections?
Oh, we do that quite often, frankly, but I'll share something with you. It comes to mind. There's a project we recently did in the Van Nuys area where they just wanted to do about 5 windows in the front of their home.
Mm-hmm.
Before the 5th window was installed, when he realized the dramatic difference in what he had and what he has,
You kept going.
he called us up and said, do the rest of the house. And that's happened quite frequently, quite often. That has happened. I could tell you story after story about customers that I've served in the past. There's one story that comes to mind about a young lady. This was up in the high desert in the Lancaster, Palmdale area. When I spoke with the family initially, I could see that their 8-year-old daughter was not of the best of health. When I inquired, they said she had respiratory problems. I walked into her bedroom to measure the windows because we were talking about replacing windows. I could see that her bed was directly below a window. Unfortunately, it wasn't a very good quality window, and drafts were coming on this poor baby all night long. And kids will take a shower, go to bed, wash their hair, go to bed, and this poor baby was freezing at night, and she didn't realize it. I explained that to the parents, and they immediately moved to bed. We came in, changed the windows. I went back a few years later, completely different child. And it's stories like that that make this all worthwhile.
Talk about, that is quite a story. And you are not only a fix-it guy, but you have your license to practice medicine. Richard Herron, president of Construction Concern. It gets very, very warm here in the Santa Clarita Valley. We are experiencing that this week. All of a sudden, we're in the upper 80s, and it gets very, very hot. And I would say now is the time to make some changes. And then, of course, in the wintertime, it's people who don't live here. I have family on the East Coast, and they don't believe me when I say, yes, it gets chilly at night. Yes, it does. Yes, we put on the heater. They don't believe that. They think, 24/7, 365, it is sunny and gorgeous here in Southern California, which for the most part it is, but it does get chilly. So those windows come in handy for both the summer and the winter. And some amazing stories you just told. Tell me what you're going to show us at the Home and Garden Show. Who's going to be there? What are you going to show us?
Well, part of my staff will be at the home show. We're going to have windows on display. We're going to have a demonstration that can show you the difference between what you have now and what is possible. And seeing is believing. There's no rabbit in the hat or anything like that. We just want to share with the Santa Clarita Valley what is possible and allow them to make their own decisions.
Do you have financing available?
As a matter of fact, we do. There's a lot of government programs that are available. There's private financing. The very cool thing about that, Tori, is that the money you save on energy usually pays for the windows themselves, which means it's an equal exchange, which means that you don't really have to come out of pocket. But more importantly, you're much more comfortable in your own home.
And safer, too.
Much, much safer. Yes, absolutely. During the Home and Garden Show, what we're going to be doing is making a contribution to Bridge to Home. Okay, I'm not know if you
absolutely yes
with Bridge to Home.
Oh yes,
they
absolutely.
Need all the help they can get right now, so we want to help them out as well.
That's fantastic. Richard Herron, is it Herron?
Herron, yes, ma'am.
Okay, excellent. I got the name right. Richard Herron, president of Construction Concern. It's been a pleasure talking to you, learning a little bit more about the new technology in windows. Who knew that there's been such a change? We need to talk on a personal level, and we will see you at the Home and Garden Show this weekend. Get ready for 20,000 people walking past your booth. You ready?
Looking forward to it.
We're going to have a good time?
Thanks, guys. I really appreciate you allowing me to come on your show. During the Home and Garden Show, if you mention this KHTS, we'll give you an additional 5% discount.
I'm going to mention that.
You better.
You can find Construction Concern. The website is constructionconcern.com. Is that the website?
Yes, ma'am.
There it is, constructionconcern.com. Richard, a pleasure. We'll talk on the weekend.
Thank you for your time. Thank you.